All right, guys, we are going to solve a cubic equation by factoring. So here we have 2x to the third minus 14x squared equals negative 24x. All right, so what I want to do is I want to set this up so that this part comes to this side of the equation so that it's set equal to 0. Okay, and I want to make sure that our terms are in descending order according to their powers, standard form, as we'd call it. Okay, so then I want to move this over here, so I'm actually going to add 24x on both sides. So it becomes plus 24x equals 0. Okay, so now I want to see what can I factor out. Okay, so I want to factor out something. What can I factor out of all these? Notice they all have x's, so I'm definitely going to factor out an x. But also, all the numbers in the front, all the coefficients here, are all divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide everything by 2x. Okay? So divide that by 2x, divide that by 2x, divide that by 2x. Okay, so then that leaves me, so those 2's cancel, and then that leaves me with x squared, okay, minus 7x plus 12, okay? Now I have to factor this here, all right? So I have 2x, and then I break it into 2 parentheses, equals 0. All right, so this is one of those problems that has an x in each one. I look here. What two numbers multiply together to be positive 12, right? But add together to be negative 7. Well, if they multiply together to be a positive but add together to be a negative, they both have to be negative. Okay. Now, two numbers that multiply together to be 12 but add together to be 7 are 3 and 4. All right, so I have 2x, 3 minus x, or sorry, x minus 3, and x minus 4 equals 0. So now I have these 3 different chunks that I've factored it into. All right, so I can set each of them equal to 0. And then I do x minus 3 equals 0, and I do x minus 4 equals 0. Over here I divide by 2, x equals 0. Right here I add 3, x equals 3. And over here I add 4, and I add 4, x equals 4. So when I factor this, or when I solve this by factoring, x equals 0, x equals 3, and x equals 4.